Okay, then it's time for Boardwalk Surfboards the Hybrid. So this one here is, well, all of them are my favorites, but I've been surfing short, fat boards since the beginning. My first board was a fat short board, and here in Sweden it's a lot of fun, and you get a lot more surfing out of your sessions. So if you compare the hybrid to a fish, for example, where we dragged out the volume, here we shorten it and it's a lot wider and it's a lot thicker as well. So this is where the volume is. So for example, myself, I would ride this as a 510. It's almost 40, well, it is about 40 liters, and comparing to the 610 with that fish, that's about 44 liters. So this one here is also made to give you a lot for free. But if you want a short board that's easy to handle, duck dive with, and take those steeper waves, for example beach breaks, and the choppy waves that we have here in Sweden, also where when you get this kind of board with the width and the thickness will also make you pass through those flatter sections a lot easier than for example a traditional shortboard. So the shape of this one, we have let the volume continue quite far out the nose, but still you still have some rocker, because you want to use this board in beach breaks and a bit steeper waves as well. And then we also kept a lot of volume all the way out, and about here we have a radical section that cuts a big chunk out of the tail. It's still really wide here, but this one here makes it a lot more maneuverable once you want to do the bottom turn or top turn on the waves, or any other maneuver for that reason. For a lot of surfers, and it's really common, and that's that you stall when you surf, like you have a lot weight on your back foot. And if you have a short board that's thin and has a really narrow tail, that's gonna make you stall a lot. What this tail here does, it keeps you on top of the water on the tail. It's taking you through those flatter sections, and if you have that extra weight on your back foot, it will not stall you that much. When you choose the fin setup for this board, I would suggest like you put 5 boxes in, because then you can choose if you want to do use it as a quad or if you want to use it as a thruster. Myself, I use it as a quad because of the width of the tail. I find it a bit easier to make a smoother bottom turn and then a top turn. When you have it as a thruster, you have a lot of control and a lot of stability, but you have to push it a little bit harder in the turns, and that's also because of the thickness of the board here. But when you order the board, if you put the 5 fin box set in, you can choose and you can try yourself. This one here is made of APS foam and epoxy. We put the carbon reinforcement here in the bottom and also in the tail. This together with the epoxy makes the board like go back to the original position, and you won't get as much pressure dings as a classic PU board. Here you have it as a classic PU board, and that will work absolutely fine. APS foam makes you float a little bit more, which is not a bad thing in Sweden. Never forget, we have almost no salt in the waters here. So 40 liters, for example, in Portugal is not the same as 40 liters in Sweden. And yeah, this is pretty much it. If you're a really strong paddler, you can use this board really short. If you feel like you're not 100% fit, you want as much as possible, don't be afraid to order it a bit longer. Yeah, this is guaranteed fun. This is one of the best hybrids there is. If you wanna surf a lot, get a lot for free, and still perform, the hybrid is for you.